Washington. Renowned for its vast, ancient, and uncompromising forests. This state has long paved the way for new technologies, and again, it has found itself at the forefront of a new debate.
And what do you know about nuclear?
Nuclear, I only heard about nuclear bombs.
Only heard about nuclear bombs. Okay, so do you know that some of our energy is made by nuclear reactors?
Yeah, something like that.
To be honest, I don't really know too much about nuclear energy, but I just know, like, nukes.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
like the bombs?
Yeah, just the bombs.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like we shouldn't have them. Like, it's just too dangerous, like.
It's tough because it has the potential to provide, not infinite, obviously, but lots of energy at a lower cost once we get rolling, and once we, they can solve the problem of the waste. I think my biggest concern is waste. We may cost less, and it is, probably greener than burning natural gas, coal, and, fossil fuels. But at the end of the day, would we want to have if we don't have a good solution for the waste, and if we don't have a lot of trust in the companies that are going to be operating these nuclear plants, I think, I don't know if it's, I guess we have a lot more to work on first before we introduce nuclear energy.
I think we're on the precipice, if not already deep in the void of disaster, and anything that can lower our carbon emission is a good thing. That said, there are payoffs for everything.
What a lot of people don't realize about nuclear is that this technology is for so much more than to make bigger bombs. We know by now that it can be used to produce electricity, but it's actually orders of magnitude more efficient than any other energy generation technique known to modern science. Our sun is a nuclear reactor. Actually, every star in the whole universe is a nuclear reactor in a way. The technology works by splitting apart atoms in a process called fission. This produces extraordinary amounts of heat, which is used to make steam to turn turbines. In a way, it's the most technologically advanced mechanism for boiling water that was ever invented. This is the technology that will power the data centers and supercomputers of the future. Without it, there is no AI, there is no quantum compute. These technologies are demanding more and more power every year, and if I may, windmills cannot generate enough energy to meet our needs.
In 2024, the International Atomic Energy Agency released a statement saying electricity consumption from data centers, artificial intelligence, and the cryptocurrency sector could double by 2026. This change in demand is roughly equal to the total energy consumption of Japan. Updated regulations and technological improvements, including on efficiency, will be crucial to keep up with the global surge in energy consumption.
Does it make you nervous?
Honestly, kind of, because I heard, isn't it like radioactive or something?
Well, it is radioactive, yeah.
So it could get dangerous.
I think most people don't realize how robust the infrastructure to safely handle nuclear materials already is. Waste and materials are moved in specialized packages, which are subjected to rigorous testing against drops, punctures, fire, and submersion. Each year, 15 million packages are transported across the globe, utilizing the very same transportation infrastructure that everyday people use. It is virtually guaranteed that you have driven right by it without even knowing it. These laws that govern the transport and disposal of nuclear materials and waste were first established as far back as 1961, but they have been continually updated to ensure that these standards remain at the cutting edge. Also, we already have a solution for the waste. The Nuclear Waste Policy Act of 1982 mandates the use of deep geological repositories with stringent oversight by the EPA to ensure that high-level waste is isolated from the environment. The primary disposal site in the United States is Yucca Mountain in Nevada.
When people hear nuclear, they often think bombs. I think this is because when most people first heard about nuclear technology, it was in the context of the Manhattan Project with the atom bomb, but it's not about bombs. There was actually an interesting program that ran from 1993 to 2013 called Megatons to Megawatts, where the uranium was extracted from decommissioned Russian warheads to be recycled into fuel for American power generation. Thus, you could say that historically, nuclear energy is actually associated with a decrease of nuclear weapons, not an increase.
I can understand why some people might still worry after incidents like Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, and Fukushima, but we haven't even touched on the advancements made in the technology over the last few decades. In these cases of meltdown, we are talking about decades-old technology that is nowhere near as safe or advanced as the technology we have today. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the United States has been developing advanced reactors which have unprecedented versatility, are much less expensive, actually use the waste itself as an energy resource, and are essentially walk-away safe.
Remember that Chernobyl was 40 years ago. That's a long time in the engineering world.
Washington is home to a number of nuclear technology companies, including Helion and Zap Energy in Everett, TerraPower in Bellevue, and a new project at the Columbia Generating Station featuring a partnership between X-Energy and Energy Northwest to produce 12 small modular reactors. This was made possible by 8th District Representative Stephanie Barnard, with her proposal of HB 1249, a bill to accelerate the deployment of advanced nuclear technologies by establishing a 13-member panel dedicated to promoting nuclear energy as a safe, reliable, and non-emitting power source.
The only thing I thought about is that there would be a lot of new working places, a lot of new jobs.
It is good for the economy. The construction of a nuclear power plant demonstrates positive impact on all economic indicators, including GDP, disposable income, production output value, exports, imports, and employment. These all increase. Often, the operation of a nuclear power plant shows even more benefit to a local economy than its construction. Also, when we're considering economic impact, we have to bear in mind the external costs too. According to the Department of Energy, the United States avoided more than 471 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions in 2020. That's a bigger reduction in emissions than was caused by all other sources of clean energy combined. It's the equivalent of taking 100 million cars off the road.
I know it's expensive to start, but once you've got it, it's a pretty cheap energy source, and it's kind of the most sustainable energy supply we have.
Nuclear energy is not even remotely as dangerous as fossil fuels. Coal and oil are responsible for 1 in 5 deaths worldwide. In 2018, fossil fuels killed at least 8.7 million people around the globe. Many people say there is no silver bullet, but the nuclear solution is a damn good start.
I would be skeptical, just naturally. It's new. Like, it just seems like very innovative. So I think I wouldn't have arms wide open for it.
Totally.
I would definitely need like a lot of confirmation, like saying, you know, like what kind of, you know, zoning would you need, like relative to residential areas and stuff like that.
Okay.
But as long as that can be proven and just with like research around different parties, I think I would be for it. Yeah.